Who are you? It is important to note that not all people are alike and that not all souls are the same. First, you must accept that you are not just a physical entity, but a complex mix of physical and ethereal energy. If you have difficulty accepting this, sit for a minute and think about where you were before you were born. Did you not exist? Even if you think you didn't, what gives you self-awareness? Most elements in your life, which are truly significant, are non-physical. A life without love, companionship, and friendship is meaningless. This is who you are, an infinite being with an energy body and a physical body. The combination of the two is a driving force behind your existence and what this work is about. I refer to source souls as those who possess a strong luminous aura and whose bodies are enveloped by a multitude of chakras, 7 primary ones. These can also be referred to as energy bodies. This is the composition of a source soul. Not all souls have so many chakras or possess luminous auras, but you most likely do if you feel unsettled, unhappy, and lonely most of the time within this reality, especially if you often feel that you don't belong and that most things here just don't resonate truth with you. As a captured soul, you have a greater awareness, and it is this higher self which won't allow you to accept an incarcerated reality, as most likely you have been resisting. Why are you a prisoner? The goal of imprisoning you is to harvest the many vital and precious resources your body and mind have to offer. These are so amazing and valuable that a whole industry has been created around it. This goes to say that many entities or species do not possess what source souls possess and are desperately seeking these vital resources for their own survival, although this is not exclusively the only reason. Your energy is powerful, seemingly limitless, and bountiful. Source souls have the amazing ability to self-heal and to regenerate organs. This is something many other species cannot do. Source souls also have the ability to create feel-good chemicals, which are of extreme value on the open occult market. Some entities have found a way to harvest that energy and use it as a fuel, not unlike we use animals in captivity. Unfortunately, you have been targeted, captured, and are currently in a condition of being milked for all that is beautiful and bountiful within you. This means you have masters and caretakers, and you have a place to roam within your mind. However, no matter how tragic this seems, you are destined to be released and to return to your true condition, which is to be free, healthy, and joyful. It may seem shocking regarding what I'm about to say here, and that is that source souls are living an illusionary reality by which their current bodies are of the opposite gender of their natural captive bodies, and most likely this has been the case in most of their reincarnations. So within the matrix, if you are a man, most likely you have a female body, and if you are a woman, you have a male body. Most source souls are aimlessly searching for their soulmates within the matrix, but being in an opposite gender body skews their aim and focus. The social context created for source souls aim to divert their attention away from the truth by creating feminism and disparity between the genders. Therefore, males and females don't get along, not because of gender reversal, but because of injustices in society. This agenda aims to convince source souls that there are no intrinsic differences between males and females, that gender differences are insignificant, and insidiously aims to blend the two into one homogeneous gender. In this way, a source soul can claim both his male and female side without questioning the truth. Our masters love to mock us in our gender reversal condition, and they exhibit this in plain sight. This is clear in the dramatic arts, in movies and theatrical performances, where men often appear dressed up as women for comical relief. Many movies and shows can be exemplified, such as Mrs. Doubtfire with Robin Williams, Hairspray with John Travolta, and Yentl with Barbra Streisand, just to name a few. Homosexuals also constantly play with gender reversal, as it is illustrated through their enjoyment of drag shows. In these, they perform as their favorite celebrities, exaggerating their feminine or masculine qualities. This is cause for great amusement and entertainment within this community, which also attracts the attention of many heterosexuals. It acts as a cathartic release of emotion, validating their true condition of being in gender reversal. You and your clone. What I'm about to share here may seem shocking, but I believe it is all true, and you are meant to know it. First, I must state that I have a graphic design background, and I don't make this statement lightly. Photoshop, as a software program, as many graphic designers are aware of, is an incredible tool used primarily to alter photographs. Yet, the above photo is unaltered. But because of Photoshop and other graphic design programs, many people today are fooled to believe computer graphics can do anything and don't know what they are looking at. These type of computer software programs have been brought into our reality to befuddle and confuse our visual senses, making it difficult for us to distinguish what is a real photo from what is a fantasy one. Evidence which indicates this is a real photo. Incredible details. The man looks like a real person. If seen out of context, anyone would guess it's a real photo of a man underwater. Note the shadows and lighting on his face, consistent with complex lighting. The glass streaks also indicate realism and would not be illustrated, as it clutters the image. The middle image shows incredible details in the serial numbers, which can be zoomed in and deciphered. Additionally, there is another language, similar to hieroglyphics. The fact that there is a green light bathing the man makes the image seem artificial, but that is the illusion of the lighting. Since this photo appears to be real, what I deem to be of the utmost importance is the message it is conveying. In my view, this photo is showing a true man held captive in a liquid-filled container and attached to tubes, with his clone counterpart adjacent to him in a similar container. I believe the image being discussed here is depicting how, in fact, source souls are being held prisoner. It is no coincidence that many movies and sci-fi books describe a futuristic world where people are held as mind-body prisoners within pods. Clones and twins, doppelgangers, are usually addressed in different movies. I determined that the man in the image is the real one and the female is his clone by making several observations. First, his feet have regular arches, normal to a human. The female is flat-footed to such an extent that she would not be able to walk without some special orthopedic shoes. Clones don't ever need to walk. They only exist as organic robots for the real attached sentient being to believe he/she is connected to it. All the devices and hookups connect the two bodies, and the hats transfer signals from his brain onto hers. Second, the man's hands are curled or in fists. Hers are not and are outstretched. His hands indicate that he is paralyzed, in a paraplegic condition. The clone is not truly alive, therefore does not respond in a sentient way to her captivity. Third, the devices on the chests are different. The female has a large black pouch on top of her chest, and the male does not, though he seems to have a small mechanism which resembles a heart monitor. The reason for this is that the clone has an artificial heart, programmed to beat at the man's natural heart rate. Because the female clone has a regular heartbeat, the man adheres to her body as his. Fourth, the man has several devices on his legs, the female does not. He also seems to have extra devices on his arms and hands. This is because he is being held in an unnatural condition and therefore needs to have his body stimulated so it does not develop atrophy. These devices most likely send electrical impulses throughout the muscles, fooling the body into believing it's healthy and active. Other observations. The neck on the female looks mannequin-like, whereas the man's looks normal. Additionally, the man has some type of vest above his rib cage with 4 grooves, which could be part of a breathing apparatus. The bubbles come from behind his head, not from the nose or mouth, indicating an unnatural way of breathing. The man's mouth looks sealed off, as his nose most likely is as well. Lastly, the man has a large pouch and a circular device around his genital and pelvic area. The female has a simpler attachment. It is likely the clone needs to excrete, but the complexity of the real man is greater, and therefore he needs containers to capture his feces, urine, and seminal excretions. If these two people represented two distinct individuals captured within pods, then why these differences in their body positioning and device hookups? Why does the man not have a large hard pouch? My conclusion is simple. One, he is real. The other is his clone. The setup of the containers also indicates the manner by which the man and the clone are connected. The middle machine with the red light seems to act as the mother hookup, connecting the two. There are many devices, cords, cylinders in between the two containers. There are several computers, but most are closer to the male, indicating the necessity to monitor more aspects of his human functioning. Both the man and the clone have large knapsacks affixed to their spinal column and neck. These connections seem to be hooked to the top of the container. What I find interesting is that this photo is presented to us as if it's some great creative accomplishment. Yet I have found other images which depict virtually the same setup, designed by different people for different purposes. This is an incredible copycatting or a coincidence or a depiction of the truth. Superman similarities. Superman's cape could be represented by the voluminous and flowing nature of the tentacle-like hookups behind the head and spinal cord of the Source Soul. The genital pouch wrapped around the Source Soul's genital area resembles Superman's exterior shorts. The legs of Superman have high boots ending just below the knees. The Source Soul has wire-type devices in the same location, hinting at invisible boots. Superman's hands are usually in fist form when he is posing. He has a muscular abdomen and is clean-shaven or hairless, just like the Source Soul. Superman does not have a headpiece or mask, but other superheroes do. Superman's signature head curl could represent a cord connection. Lastly, Superman has a big S on his chest, alluding to the snake, which holds the Source Soul captive within his own body. Cubes and boxes. Source Souls are stored within large cubes in sets, by which the set includes their clone attachment. This cube reality is clearly depicted in the video "This Is What You Came For," performed by Rihanna. At one point, the video shows her with a man in the background, alluding to her real self, as the female is the identity living the dream and the man the dreamer. The video also shows her hallucinatory condition by which her whole reality takes place within the cube. Cubes or boxes can be easily moved as the shape is conducive to being easily stackable or set by side along with other cubes and boxes. The cubes can change colors as they are made of a material similar to plexiglass. Color changes can transmit a range of messages, such as the black cube represents bodies which have just been captured and are ready for market. Other colors can represent the type of entities within the cube. Not all captured beings look like the Source Souls. The color also changes when Source Souls are to undergo maintenance or some type of transition. Energy harvest. I believe there are 5 main resources being extracted from the Source Soul body. These are vital to our captors and the key reasons why such an industry even exists. These are blood and other organs and chemicals, bone marrow, reproductive elements such as semen, sperm, eggs, hormones, cerebral spinal fluid, CFS, psychic energy, mind reality. Source Souls are primarily being used as blood cows. Yes, I don't say this term lightly, but it is the most graphic representation of the truth. Source Soul blood is like gold to our captors, and from it much can be extracted or harvested, even actual gold. In fact, gold exists within our bodies as a trace element. The gold traders of the UK state that a 70-kilogram person contains a total mass of 0.2 milligrams of gold. Blood extractions for the purpose of transfusions are performed routinely, by which plasma, platelets, white and red blood cells are harvested from the source soul body to treat or cure a variety of chronic and life-threatening illnesses, such as hemophilia. Blood stem cells help treat leukemia and lymphoma-type illnesses. Source soul blood is used to treat a wide variety of bacterial and parasitical infections, such as cellulitis, UTIs, and salmonella. This is done by first contaminating the source soul with the offending bacteria, resulting in the source soul's body developing immunity to that bacteria, leading to the production of disease-specific antibodies. Source souls will feel the full spectrum of the illness, as the lasing treatment are designed to purposely occur, so enough time is given for the illness to fester, so the source soul body produces the most potent antibodies. Enzymes and hormones such as thyroxine and cortisol are frequently extracted from the source soul blood to treat all types of inflammations and help with pain management. Steroids are also used to boost the immune system, build muscle, and treat skin diseases. Another key resource being extracted from the source soul body is bone marrow. Bone marrow is often taken through needle aspiration, by which a piece of bone is removed. Often it is removed from the hip, pelvic area, or ribs. Source souls will feel the effect of these invasive procedures, but will often have events in their lives which they will use to rationalize their pain. Bone marrow helps heal bone diseases of all types, including spinal cord injuries and various bone and blood disorders, such as aplastic anemia and bone marrow disease. It is within the bone marrow that stem cells are produced, which lead to the formation of new blood, including white blood cells, which are vital to our body's defense system. Source soul hormones of all types are used to treat infertility in the various beings interacting with them within the matrix. These hormones include estrogen, testosterone, thyroxine, cortisol, to name a few, combined with other elements of the reproductive system, such as sperm, semen, ovaries, uterine tissues, whole thyroids, and lymph glands. These can be extracted in full or in part to cure or treat infertility problems, reduce miscarriage incidents, and birth defects. These can also be used to stimulate ovulation and libido and help a female carry her fetus to term. CFS, cerebral spinal fluid. Cerebral spinal fluid is a clear, colorless body fluid found within the tissues that surround the brain and spinal column. It fills the space between the arachnoid membrane and the pia mater of the human brain. Subarachnoid chambers, which surround the brain, also store CFS. These look like small appendages, which resemble suction cups. The mind of the source soul is being used for its psychic energy, by which the source soul is engaged in a pseudo-reality, like a lucid dream. In this respect, the source soul believes a real life is taking place, by which they are born, go to school and work, and some form families and long lineages. The source soul's mental reality is projected onto screens to serve as amusement to paying customers who watch the source soul's mental life as entertainment, much like in the Truman Show and reality programs. Source souls are a commodity, a product to be bought, sold, and traded. As such, there is a complex business involving how they are managed and their capital value. For example, source souls are valued based on their blood type, as this often needs to be compatible with their owners. If you find yourself constantly tired, fatigued, now you know why. The good news is, and by this point, you need some. You as a source soul are not ill in any way. All your symptoms are a result of what is being done to you. Source souls feel the symptoms when they are spinal tapped for CFS fluid, or marrow is extracted from them, or when they have a bacterial infection. But these are symptoms only, and not the true illnesses. The source soul body is extremely strong and resilient, and can regenerate everything that is being extracted from it within hours to a few days. Therefore, the ailments you feel are a result of direct attacks and not any real physical problems you have. If you were to be left alone, your body would heal quickly and thoroughly. This is why source souls are so prized, because so much can be taken from them without causing any permanent injury. Source soul treatment is usually based on replenishing the source soul body with a saline solution to curb the effects of dehydration. Other treatments are infusions of vitamins and minerals extracted directly from foods indigenous to the source soul homeland. Never are any real medications or animal-based products fed to source souls. These would harm the source soul body and would be counterproductive to their purpose. Source souls never eat meat. They are only led to believe they can consume meat within their matrix reality as a form of mind violence, to bend them into accepting what is being done to them. Medications taken in the matrix by source souls serve only as placebos, or sugar pills, as source souls heal their bodies once they believe they are being treated. Key points regarding our homes. They resemble palaces or castles. Structures are always built near bodies of water, often on mountains or surrounded by forests. All are built over ley lines to absorb natural resonance from the land. All structures use free energy technology to heat, light, and ventilate the rooms. The interior of these palaces consists of opulence and beauty, built with the highest quality materials, marble, slate, bronze, gold. The spaces are made for festivities, balls, and everyday living. Source souls honor light, and all their structures are made to celebrate light. Also, light energy is very nourishing and healing, and its incorporation into architecture is designed not just for aesthetics, but for function. Water features on the exterior of homes, often in the form of water fountains, is a staple feature in all residences. These work on free energy and electromagnetic technology. Bathhouses are very popular in the source soul's homeland. They are fed by natural springs, sometimes imbued within these springs, and serve not only for the beautification of the body, but for the maintenance of optimal health. In essence, bathhouses can be referred to as true fountains of youth and can be attributed to the source soul's ageless nature. From a true source soul's perspective, aging in the matrix is considered an illness. Source souls enjoy visiting great urban centers, for example, Vienna in Austria, as these exemplify architectural magnificence and serve as spiritual, entertainment, and educational centers. Amusement parks provide an endless variety of fun activities for adults and children alike. Source souls in their true homeland are not oppressed in any way. They live freely, unhindered by political dictatorships or capitalistic regimes. As such, they are free to explore their natural surroundings and invent any type of device they choose to achieve that purpose. Within the homeland, there are many natural wonders to be explored, such as serene landscapes, incredible waterfalls, fields and fields of indigenous plant species, such as lavender fields, butterfly havens, and a variety of wildlife that we have only sampled within the matrix reality. Dirigibles or zeppelins are the main form of transportation for long distances within the source soul homeland. These are safe, reliable, and very comfortable. Within the matrix, this technology has only been presented to us to deny us of our truth, to wipe our memories with bogus explosions presented to us as a rationale for their disuse. For short distances, it is common to use balloons and other such vehicles which use wind and ether energy. These provide tranquil and satisfying experiences by which breathtaking views can be appreciated from above. These can also land almost anywhere to allow for ground explorations. Levitation vehicles, undersea subs, all available to anyone wishing to travel in leisure and comfort. Trains and cars which run on magnetic levitation. These are used for local and moderate distances and to provide a more ground-based experience. Social life. Source souls in general are very loving beings, and within their homeland there is nothing more valuable than family bonds and connections. Source souls tend to form love unions for life. They are truly monogamous, and most form their love bonds before incarnating into the physical. Hence their love transcends time, space, and physical restraints. Their love unions are very peaceful, void of any conflicts or aggressions. Source souls feel double the pain when they hurt someone. Therefore, it is within their nature to love and care for one another to the fullest of their ability. Finding one's true soulmate is a goal all source souls have, and that which their communities facilitate and celebrate. Beauty, dress, and style. Please note, I depict source soul people as white, as my homeland is aligned with my European heritage. However, what I say here can and should be applied to women and men of other cultures, as their homeland also exists as portrayed within the Matrix, only that it exists within its optimal form and beauty. Source soul women in their homeland celebrate their beauty in a natural and vibrant way. Makeup is not used except during special celebrations. They do not cut their hair, but groom it in extraordinary and creative ways. They exude their inner beauty outwardly and dress in colorful dresses made of the finest fabrics, from silks to satins. These are often adorned with jewels of all types. Source soul women don't age as they do within the Matrix, as aging is considered an illness in the homeland. Because sagging skin, weakened vision, bad bones are all indicative of ill health. Any such symptom is quickly treated, though most do not manifest due to the incredible healthy lifestyles and exceptional nutrition inherent of the homeland. Taylor Swift exemplifies the beauty of the unmarried young woman, and Elizabeth Banks, an older woman, past childbearing years. Source soul families value virginity, and it is not something imposed upon them, as mothers teach their daughters all the nuances of sensuality and lovemaking. A woman's offering of her body is an offering of fertility and something that is treasured and celebrated within the communities through festivities and great balls. Source soul men are equally attractive and fit just as the women, and exist within their optimal physical form, care about their bodies, and dress in equally fine fabrics and jewelry as the women do. They exude outwardly through their clothing and mannerisms their inner beauty. Source soul men are extremely polite and courteous and hold their women in high regard. Physically, source soul men are taller than women by at least 12 inches or 1 foot. They don't have any body hair except on their heads, which they never cut, as hair is viewed as a sign of virility and strength. Men do grow facial hair, but only after a certain age, the equivalent to a 30-year-old within the Matrix. Facial hair is a sign of age and wisdom in men and is celebrated and never shaven. Hair does change color, becoming lighter over time in both men and women. This is the most salient sign of aging, yet both males and females keep their attractiveness and physical form throughout their entire lives. Sexually, source soul men are truly monogamous once they form their love unions. There is some exploratory sexual behavior when they are younger, which is something experienced outside their communities and for learning purposes. Source soul men are naturally circumcised, and that is why this behavior is mimicked within the Matrix. The images of the men presented here exemplify source soul men in their clean and youthful appearance, with Josh Holloway indicating an older man, charming and debonair.